Hello, and welcome back to Off the High Dive, Taking the Leap to Better Communication. My name is Eric Thomsen. I am the managing editor of One Magazine and have nearly 30 years of experience in writing, design, editorial work, and publication. In this series, I am sharing some simple tips I have learned along the way to help you and your church communicate more effectively, especially in print. In this session, we will examine 2 of 5 simple steps to be more effective in publishing. 5 steps to better print. Let me be clear, these steps are not meant to turn your publication into Christianity Today, Christian History, Leadership Journal, One Magazine, or any other publication. No, the truth is, I want your publication to be your publication, because there's great power in authenticity, in being you. These simple steps can be applied to your situation, your audience, and your needs. This will help you carve out a publication that is more effective for your readers. Let's get to it. Step 1. Define your purpose. Clear direction should drive your publication, from concept to content to design and distribution. When I was a kid, once a year, the whole family gathered around the kitchen table with an enormous road atlas to decide the best route for our summer vacation. With highlighters and red pens, we would line out which highways to take, making note of scenic stops and tourist traps along the way. I sometimes miss those days. I miss stopping for a free pecan log every time we passed Stuckey's. Have you ever seen a Stuckey's? There aren't many around anymore. If you've never seen one, let me share this great memory from my past. Today, we simply yank out our phones and ask Siri to take us wherever we want to go. Not as fun, but the principle is still the same. Until you know where you're going, you will never get there. The same is true for publications. To define your purpose, ask 3 questions. Question 1, how does this publication help fulfill the mission of my church or organization? A quick side note, if you don't have a clear mission statement for your church or ministry, start there before you worry about publications. That simple statement should drive everything you do, including all communication. Everything you write, design, and publish should point back to that mission statement. We will talk more about this in a coming session. Question 2, what is the desired result of the publication? Or, to put it another way, what action do you want from your readers when they finish reading? Question 3, how will you measure success? How will you know if your publication has done what you want it to do? If you know what you want to achieve beforehand, you will avoid unrealistic expectations and set benchmarks for evaluation and improvement in future publications. Number 2, develop a plan. After you define the purpose, develop the plan to achieve that purpose. I'm a journalist. I think in terms of those familiar questions we all learned in grade school. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. For publication, the order is a bit different, but the questions are the same. Why am I publishing? Define a single goal, a single takeaway for every piece you produce. What will I put in it? Determine your theme and content. How often will this be published? Will it be printed once, or weekly, monthly, or quarterly? Where and when will it be published? Will it be mailed, distributed, or handed out to visitors in the community? What's the deadline? And make sure you allow sufficient time for all 5 phases: planning, writing, design, printing, and distribution. And finally, to whom will it be published? Who is your audience? The church family? Association members? The public at large? And about this last question, let me encourage you to work with a particular audience in mind. Sometimes churches or ministries are afraid to narrow publications to a specific audience because they fear it will leave someone out. After all, they say, the gospel is for everyone. Can't we just create a one-size-fits-all publication too? Why publish to an individual? Why publish with a face in mind? Simply this: when you define your audience, you have a better chance of communicating relationally. Good publications build relationships. From church bulletins to full-length periodicals, effective publications do the following. They highlight relationships. They communicate your ministry cares. They address the felt needs of readers, and that's not what you think they need, but what they think they need. And they feature the faces of your church or organization, real faces sharing an accurate representation of you. Do these things, and you will effectively communicate a picture of a caring, relational, welcoming church or ministry. In the next session, we'll take the third step toward better print. Make your publication powerful. We will also introduce 2 important principles to follow and great tips for better writing and design. Oh, and also by choosing good photos. We'll see you next time.